Hey everyone, welcome to Teachers Love Edu PD live webinar for teachers only. Today we're talking about engaging every student every day with Minecraft Education Edition with Nadine Ebri, and I can't wait to invite her. But before we dive in, I would love to ask you a question: which part of the world you're tuning from, and what is your teaching role? On this positive and lovely note, I would love to invite amazing and incredible Nadine.
Hi, how are you
Hi,
doing?
how are you? Doing great. How are you? Thank you
I
so
am
much for
doing
joining us.
wonderful, fabulous.
I'm super excited, Nadine, that today you're sharing about Minecraft. I think it's a very popular topic for a discussion, and I would love to you to give yourself a brief introduction because I've already seen it, and I've seen this incredible Wakelet resource PD collection that you have prepared. It the resources are amazing. We're going to share very soon in our Q&A box on YouTube. So please do join us if you watch us on Facebook. There is a link attached to the post. And on YouTube, you will discover these beautiful links and all the information. Please keep sharing from which part of the world you're tuning from and what is your teaching role exactly. So Nadine, please, let's start with the brief introduction. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. So, my name is Nadine Ebri. I am currently a district specialist in Jacksonville, Florida, with the Technology Innovation Department. One of my roles, one of my favorite roles actually, is to facilitate field trips, Minecraft Education Edition field trips for students. And also, I work to help teachers while they're in the lab, and also teachers who are outside of the lab who just reach out to me for help, who may need additional support.
Wow,
So, I
amazing.
absolutely love what I do.
Fantastic. I would love to highlight the collection that you have prepared. Just one sec. I'm going to take this tab for sure. And this is amazing. Just want everyone to see that. You see, there are so many resources. And as I've mentioned before, I've already said that, Nadine, that the design is incredible. My favorite colors are here. Just check this out and you will get this PD resource collection very soon. Just look, I'm scrolling through this amazing collection, and oh my God, just check this out. This is about agenda. Nadine, would you like to mention this?
Yeah, so today I'm going to do a brief introduction. Just go over like what Minecraft is, what it looks like in the classroom, how to customize
Wow.
lessons, and also how we can create an accessible and inclusive classroom using Minecraft Education Edition.
This is fantastic. My favorite words are accessibility and inclusion. And I bet you know what is coming. The question from me, and I would love to ask you, what inclusive education means to you? What do you think it is exactly?
Yeah. So inclusive education to me means just like what it sounds like, including all students in the educational process. I know a lot of
Beautiful.
times when teachers get students that may be different than what they're used to, they may cast them to the side, throw them on an app, put them to do something else, and then have the rest of the class doing something else. But I believe that all students can learn. Just me personally having a daughter who has special needs,
Oh,
I never treat her differently or just because she's different. And she's
yes.
brilliant. She's super brilliant. So she may learn differently, but she can still learn. So one thing that I even do with my daughter is I realized that when I would teach her using just the regular traditional method, she was not learning. I would try to teach her
Yes.
different words. I would try to teach her letters. It was just going through one ear and out the other. However, I realized, whenever I use technology to teach her the same thing, like she retains everything. So what I started doing was figuring out, okay, how can I use technology to teach her, but using games? And so that's also one of the things that
Wow.
kind of inspired me to even go into this role as well, and just kind of motivated me while here is because I just having a daughter who learns through games, I realized that I came across so many other students who learn better through games. And I'll talk more about that later. I won't I won't
Oh
go
my
too
gosh.
right now.
I love this so much, Nadine. Just I love, the personal stories. The most inspiring to me and to all of us, I think, who are listening. And thanks so much to everyone who will be watching us as a recorded version. I always say that. So please don't forget to grab your highlights, to post them on socials, on Twitter. I'm going to run the scrolling line very soon. You're going to see it on the screen. So please don't forget to tag Nadine, myself, and use the hashtag Teachers Love You. Grab your highlights and capture them and post them. Don't forget, because it's going to be fantastic. I promise. Yay. So let's do it. Okay, so I think we're ready to go to the demonstration part. If you would like to start sharing your screen, we can make it happen. And for now, I would love to say hi to everyone who joined us, and thanks so much to Mike. Yay, and appreciate
Hi,
that you are
Mike.
here today. Hi, hi
Hi,
everybody.
Mohammed.
Yeah, from Morocco.
Ooh,
What
Morocco,
time is it? Yeah.
yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm sorry. I switched to different language for sure. Yay, hola, Miguel. And thanks, everyone. Yay. So, Nadine, would you like to start sharing your presentation?
Absolutely, absolutely.
For now, I'm going to place the scrolling line, so you can see the hashtag that you can use for tagging Nadine. And so the present, check this out. This is my favorite. My favorite colors these days, and red, of course, but this one is so epic. This presentation is epic. I already told you this, Nadine. It's incredible.
Thank you. Thank you. And so feel free to stop me at any time. If anyone has
Yeah.
questions in the chat, just please interrupt me. I really want this to be as engaging as possible, and I want to answer as many questions that you have as possible. So I just want to show you how I work to engage every student with Minecraft Education Edition, with an emphasis on every student.
Oh, this is so inspiring already. I'm super inspired.
Thank you. All right, so just a little bit about me. So again, my name is Nadine Ebri. So I'm a district specialist with the Technology Innovation Department in Duval County Public Schools. So I also serve as a Minecraft Student Ambassador sponsor. So I have a whole
Wow.
group of kids who just work. They help out in the schools to work with the teachers, helping them to know how to implement Minecraft in their instructional practices. Because keep in mind, the students are the biggest experts in the school,
Yes.
and I am humble enough to say that I know what I don't know. Um, and they also, one of my goals for this year is also not for students just to make an impact within the school building, but how can they make an impact throughout our community. So they hosted a parent coding night where parents could learn how to code. And also this week
Wow.
they'll be going to the school is called River City Science Academy, and they'll be going out into the community. They do a STEM expo that has over 5,000 parents, students, teachers, community members, just in general, who show up, who want to learn STEM. And so the students will be there teaching everyone in the community how to code, whoever comes to our table. So the kids will have their computers in hand, teaching people how to code, because it's so important just to make an impact outside of our four walls. So that's about the Minecraft Student Ambassador program. And I also have a QR code later on. So if you are interested in just being a Minecraft Student Ambassador sponsor, I have that QR code to see how you can get involved in that process. And so I also serve as a global Minecraft mentor to train teachers all over the world. So I know a lot of teachers say, I really, really want to learn about Minecraft. I heard about this game, but I don't know where to
Yeah.
start. So you
Yeah.
can reach out to a global Minecraft mentor like me, who will take time out of their day just to like support you, help you, train you, whatever you need to get you started through this process. And I'm an open book. If you need help with anything, I can let you know whatever challenges I had, even with learning how to implement Minecraft. So if you need any help, let me know. You can reach out to me on Twitter. And if you want to sign up to be a Minecraft Global Mentor, I'll have the QR code later on as well.
Wow,
And so
Nadine, please, 1 second.
mhm.
Thank you so much. You're
I
supporting
love the hand claps.
you're supporting teachers across the globe, and what you do,
Mhm.
it's epic.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And so, just two more things. So, I also serve as a Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert and also facilitate elementary and middle school field trips. So, that's the biggest part of my job, is really working every day. I'm in the lab working with students and teachers on how to implement Minecraft. Even yesterday, a teacher was like, I really want to do this with my class. So I sent her the PowerPoint presentation so she could do it with her class, but really supporting teachers and students in the lab so that they can learn Minecraft, and especially middle school, working to teach them how to code using Minecraft Education Edition.
Wow.
So I just want to kind of go over what Minecraft is. So it's an educational version of this popular sandbox game called Minecraft. The only difference between Minecraft and Minecraft EDU is like Minecraft EDU specifically focuses on how can we integrate Minecraft into the classroom. So we've had so many stories of just teacher groups, specifically one in particular who really wanted to use Minecraft in the classroom. And so Minecraft EDU was created where there was now teachers didn't have to kind of I guess force a square peg in a circle hole. Like now there
Mhm.
was actually a game specifically created for education where they didn't have to try to make the actual Minecraft game educational. And so one
Wow.
thing I love about Minecraft is their library. They have different subject kits that students can go into, the educator resources I especially love because you can go online and get lesson plans, PowerPoints, anything you really need for your lesson. So you can integrate it into just whatever you're teaching. And so more about subject kits. So they have various subjects like science, math, computer science, equity and inclusion, history and culture, social emotional learning, art and design, digital citizenship, literacy and language, esports, and climate and sustainability. So there's so many lessons that teachers can use with Minecraft. They also have monthly build challenges. So let's say you just wanted to do a build challenge with your kids, just like a little fun competition. You can do that too if you didn't want it to necessarily focus on a topic. They also have how to play. So if you're like, I don't know how to play Minecraft, you can download the app. And play like that as well. And then they also have biomes and build plates. So if you just want to go in and build in kind of like an empty biome, you can do that as well. So focusing on the subject kits, I specifically love the science ones because I was never comfortable with science. And so
Yeah.
just by playing Minecraft, I learned so much, especially with their chemistry lessons. I hated
Oh,
chemistry.
I hated chemistry so much.
It was awful. I
Yes.
remember getting transferred from switching myself out of chemistry honors when I was in middle school because I'm like, this is way too hard. And when I was doing it in Minecraft, because
Yeah.
a teacher came in to do a chemistry lesson, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not as hard as I thought it was. When we were learning about the different elements and molecules, it just made so much sense. And so this world right here is a popular one that people like to come in to do, especially like fourth, fifth grade teachers. So you can customize lessons too, which I love. So you can do forward slash, put it in world builder mode, and you can change things. So if you're like, I want to put
Wow.
myself in there, I want to put Nadine Ebri in this world. Sorry, I can go ahead and do that. And
Fantastic.
so I absolutely love it because just doing something as simple as, let's say, putting a student in the world or putting yourself in the world, students actually feel like you're there. So sometimes you'll hear students say, Mrs. Ebri, while screaming at the screen, like it's really me. So it's like just something as
Wow.
simple as customizing the lesson, changing the name. And also, let's say you have a worksheet, you can easily take a worksheet that you had on extinction and just put all the elements in the game. Put the directions inside your NPC, your non-player character, where your player is saying the directions instead of them reading on a paper. Is so crazy because something as simple as just putting the same exact information in the game, students respond so much like so differently. They respond
Yes. Good
differently
word. Yes.
just like
Absolutely.
just seeing it in a different element. You could also add your own video. So right now they have the video in here, but you could add your own video links. So sometimes I like to integrate like Flipgrid, and I have a video in the Wakelet talking about that as well, like how I added Flipgrid within my Minecraft worlds. So this is just different ways that you could just add a link and just change the button name. So it's very, very simple just to like modify the lessons just so that they can fit our students' needs.
Nadine, I didn't know that you can customize so many things on Minecraft. Like, yeah, I knew about this. I don't know how to call this, fellows, that you can create, but that you can customize so many details. I didn't know that. So it's pretty much new information. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite parts about Minecraft
Yeah.
is especially being able to customize lessons. So even when teachers come to me and they say, "Oh, I really need help creating this lesson," I'll show them how to customize it. And sometimes if they're really struggling, I'll just go ahead and do it for them. Go ahead and add their NPC in there with their name, and they just get so happy. It's just something so simple that just really, really makes such a huge difference.
Wow.
And so, like, there's various elements in Minecraft EDU that can really make it just suitable for your class. Just border blocks that you can keep kids within a controlled environment. So if you're like, oh man, I don't really want them going outside of this area, you can control a lot of that. Allow and deny blocks. My favorite is the camera and portfolio, and also the book and quill, where students
Okay.
can.
Camera
Sorry.
portfolio. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for interrupting you. But camera portfolio, did you say?
Yes, yes, they have a camera and portfolio within the game. Students can literally
Wow.
take pictures within the game and document their experience. So sometimes there's a lesson where students can do science experiments. So we'll have them navigate throughout this world, do science experiments, but they're taking pictures
Like
of the science.
journaling. Yeah,
Yes,
like
and
journal.
journaling within the game. So, like, I seldom have students use
Fantastic.
pencil, paper, anything. Everything can happen within the game. If you want students to go on certain links, watch certain videos, like you could put it in the game. You can even put a video of yourself teaching. So, if you want to teach a lesson on how to do arrays that day, you can go ahead and record maybe like a 10-15 minute video, put it in one of the NPCs, have the NPC say, watch this video. And the students, you can literally have your entire class within the Minecraft
Wow.
game. And so there's so many ways. And what I realize is that students, when they're in the game, they're so much more willing to make mistakes, take risk. Like they're like the same. I see students make mistakes on paper and they get frustrated. You may
Yeah.
see them
Yeah.
slam their paper pencil down or whatever. But there's something about being in a game where if they make mistakes, it's almost like they don't even care. They're like, oh, well, I
Yeah.
messed up.
I
It's
can
like they're
make it.
willing to do. I guess it's
Yeah.
because they notice that, okay, nobody sees me. I'm in this world by myself. It almost feels like they're removed from the world a little bit, where they're immersed within this learning experience.
And
Um,
empowered.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why I just really love Minecraft. So yes. So again, they could take pictures, document their experiences within a portfolio or a book and quill. So portfolio is more if you want them to kind of, I use that for like the younger kids. If they're just gonna write like a quick description underneath the pictures, and then the book and quill allows them to still put their picture in, but they can have longer, they could write more within the book and quill. And so you could also add chalkboards, and just like what I showed you guys earlier with non-player characters, the NPCs, the people within the game, where you can kind of change out what they're saying. You can add videos or different links, and
Wow.
there's also resource links that you can add as well. So that's what makes it really suitable for education.
And students are willing to take notes. Sometimes it's challenging.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yes. So it's crazy because like kids will leave the lab and they would have learned so much, and kids will say stuff like, "Oh my gosh, this is the best experience ever." But all they did was
yeah.
come in and learn. This is the best field trip
Yes.
ever. So it's just really nice seeing students like learn within this game.
And amazing that you mentioned from the very beginning about parenting night. It's where parents are able to learn, about Minecraft as well, coding, because sometimes parents think that if it's game, so what it's about playing only. So
Hmm.
that's very essential to highlight for them as well and give this experience. So you provide it. It's super precious.
Yeah, it's so important. One thing that's so important is not just to show parents, but also show like educational leaders within the district,
Yes.
everybody how important, because sometimes people have to see it to believe it. Because when they hear Minecraft, they just think of, oh, kids are just playing a fun game.
Yeah.
So it's hard to associate games with learning. And I know I have something about that in a few slides over. A lot of educational leaders, especially like sometimes principals, will say, no, you can't play Minecraft in the classroom. Like, no, your kids shouldn't be playing games.
Wow.
So sometimes it's important just to show them, just to sit down and show them, like, look, this is not just a game. Like, kids are really learning. So, interesting story. So yesterday I had a class come in. None of the students, a lot of the students had prior coding experience before when it comes to blocks. So one of the students, the teacher was like, yeah, this student had a lot of experience with blocks. You could probably even try him with Python. So the kid went ahead and used Python, and he didn't even need my help. He just went through the lesson, just learning on his own, because Minecraft Education Edition, they have so many supports within the game that students can literally
Wow.
learn even without a teacher there. So
Oh,
it's just
nice.
it's such a powerful game. And just like what you can see on the screen right now, these are examples of students who are working using Python to code. So very
Wow.
interesting. And so that also leads to my next point, which is like a lot of times teachers use games as like extracurricular activities, or, okay, we're doing inside recess today. You can play Minecraft EDU, or, just for fun. They, a lot of times, a lot of people look at it as something that you can do for fun, but it's not. It should really be an embedded part of our educational practices, really, because games, one, are universal. We can like bring kids together from different backgrounds, who may speak different languages,
Oh,
who
it's
have different
amazing.
abilities, who are coming into a game. Like, we've had classes where some students may speak Spanish or other or different languages, and they are coming within a game and just working together. Even students who typically can't communicate with each other outside of the game are working together within the game. So it's very interesting. Also, I've seen kids where, I remember one class, kids came in, and um like, the kids were just coding and just doing just amazing things, like just the engineering that they were doing within the game too. And I remember asking the teacher, I'm like, oh my gosh, or telling the teacher, your kids are so gifted. And she was like, actually, this is an ESC class.
Oh.
And that's actually a class with students who had varying abilities. And I couldn't
Mhm.
even tell, like, because within the game, they're gifted. And that just showed me,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I can't imagine if we changed the way we measured our students, how many students wouldn't be considered special needs. Because sometimes, just like my daughter, so even though she may struggle with certain things, she's very good at communicating, she's very good at technology. She can take my phone, she'll take my phone,
Wow.
unlock it. The only thing I don't like, and she's only 3, the only
Oh
thing I
my
don't
God.
like is
Oh my
sometimes she'll say
God.
my password, she'll say 952 363, right?
Oh,
She
she's
says it out
adorable.
loud,
Yeah,
typing it
so
so slowly
lovely.
so the whole world can hear my password. But she's very gifted when it comes to technology. So it's like, how are we measuring students' gifts? And it was interesting because even yesterday, one of the I had a teacher say to me, "Oh my gosh, Mrs. Ebri, like this student is thriving within this coding game, and
Oh my God.
typically this student is one of my struggling students." So, but within this game, these students were thriving, and it's just been an interesting phenomenon to watch. Students who may struggle typically within a classroom, thriving within a gaming experience, but working on the same content. So, I mean, I haven't done the research to figure it out. Hopefully, somebody does it in the future. But it's super interesting. Um,
I
and
love the
also,
stories. Just thank you so much for sharing this. So precious, like the best.
thank you.
I just want to
Yes.
highlight that your friend has joined, and here is Claudine from Jacksonville, Florida, your
Hey,
friend.
Claudine. Yes,
Hey.
Duval in the house. Duval.
And also would love to highlight that Andy has joined us. Hi everyone, Nadine is incredible. All here shared just well. Yeah, I can see it. I can feel it. Yeah,
Oh,
this is
thank
another comment
you.
from Claudine. She's definitely amazing and really enjoy what she does. Yeah, and like every word that you pronounce here aloud, it's we can feel it. Through every word that you share. It's
Thank you.
Can I do
Yes.
this again, please, please,
Oh,
please?
thank you so much. Yes, claps. Yes, for the hand
Yay!
claps. Yes, and also everybody, feel free to ask any questions. Just anything, just let me know, and just interrupt me, and I will be more than happy to answer.
Yeah, don't
So,
forget to capture your highlights and drop them, post them on Twitter. Here's the handle that Nadine uses, Nadine Ebri, and my handle, and also use the hashtag Teachers Love It. So we want to see what you've learned from today's incredible session. So I can't wait to see your insights and highlights. Yeesh.
thank you so much. So, yes. So, what's so interesting is that we have over 227 million gamers across the US and more than 2 billion gamers worldwide. So we have
Wow.
so many gamers. And while more than 70% of kids under 18 play video games weekly, only about 18% of teachers use digital games in their daily instruction. So it should really be a part of what we're doing daily. It shouldn't necessarily be something that we're doing as an extracurricular activity. Oh, the kids are good today, so they can play a game. It should really be embedded in how we teach. So important just to rethink just the educational system in general, and especially
Yes.
how we're educating kids. And one of the things that I'm so I guess I was so sad about is that I'm like, I can't believe it took me this long to get into gaming. Just to be completely transparent, I was one of the teachers where if kids were on Minecraft, I'll be like, get off, stop playing games in my classroom. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But afterwards, now I feel awful. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I was stopping them from doing all of
Yeah.
this greatness. And so
We
one
all
thing that
learn.
my
Yeah.
And so one great piece of advice that my boss gave to me was that she was like, pretty much all of those things that you wish you would have known, make sure that you help teachers to know that. So
Wow.
if I said, man, I wish I would have known this about Minecraft. Okay, you wish you would have known that. Now you're in a place, I mean, where you can't like coulda, shoulda, woulda. You're in a position where now you can help other teachers so that they don't leave the profession thinking I wish I woulda, coulda, shoulda. So that's one of
Fantastic.
the things that I really try to make an effort to work with teachers, show them the importance of gaming, show them the power of gaming, specifically Minecraft Education Edition in the classroom. So
And I love your presentation. I will say this like 100 times for sure.
thank you. And so, one thing that I love to use Minecraft for in the classroom is specifically to teach students to code. So it's so important just to, we have such a shortage, especially of cybersecurity professionals. Like globally, it's like 3.5 million. It's huge, and even in Florida, it's like close to 30,000. So it's just very important to start introducing students, because a lot of times we wait till kids are like in high school to start introducing them to these computer
Yes.
science concepts, but high school is way too late. Like by then, a lot of them have their minds made up on what they want to do when they go to college. It's way too late. So it's important to really, I believe coding should be an embedded part of the curriculum, but I don't feel like we're there yet. However, if we don't do that, I really think it should be at minimum like a resource period where students are learning computer science. Like we're in a world, I just went to FETC, the Future of Educational Technology Conference, and I was just blown away by just seeing
I, I've
AI.
seen your post on Twitter. I've seen your post on Twitter. It was amazing. Like you were doubled or something, and this what was it?
Yes. Yes, I went into this session and she showed us and oh my gosh, I need to find her Twitter handle so y'all can follow her too. She's
Well,
amazing.
yeah, we can add anything to Wakefield Collections. It's everywhere pretty much.
Okay.
So anything, yeah.
But I went into the session and she was showing us how you can, because I always saw, like, I always knew how to use AI where you just Google like an animal like dog and then you
Yeah.
can make it appear in your house or wherever you are. However, I didn't know that you can scan like any objects or people and put it in whatever world you're in too. So I saw her like scan a lady. She called somebody up and said, who wants a mini me? And so a lady raised her hand and she went up and she scanned her, and then she put her next to herself and you can change the size. So she made her hold herself in her hand. So I just thought it was so cool. I'm like, oh my gosh, the power of technology. And you know, it's so crazy. So after she showed that, I just started looking at these various like AI apps, and we got so many resources while at FBTC. So
Wow.
ahead and just started using it with my daughter
I
too.
just, I'm just Nadine. I'm just sharing this. Just want to showcase it. Here you go. Can you see? I think everyone can see that. Like this is your Twitter, and this is you. You're sharing about this certain thing, right?
I know, I know, I know.
It's
My mom always
wow,
said the world can't handle two Nadines, and now they're gonna have to figure it out. So Nadine
fantastic.
clone.
This is
Yeah.
fantastic. I
Yeah, it's
love this so
just the
much.
power of it is just crazy.
Can
Like
you see
I
this?
I can't. I actually could just see my screen.
Oh my
But
God.
I may
But
have to
I'm
stop.
showcasing this, G for it's G for I think, our short video that you have made from Fats, right? So it's like FETC, beautiful place to be. Yeah. So I'm going to stop sharing. So the floor is yours. I'm going to place on the presentation back. So sorry for, but I just wanted to highlight it's an incredible tweet. It's
No, don't
wow.
apologize. Thank you for showing it.
Yeah.
So,
So it's good.
yeah, just powerful, just learning the power of technology. So, it just even being at FETC this year just made me like rethink one, emphasize the importance of students learning how to code. One presenter made this powerful statement. They said, the only people who will lose their jobs to AI are people who don't use AI. And I'm like, oh gosh. So it's just very important just to immerse students in technology because the world that we're preparing them for right now is really
Yes.
going to be technology based. Like the tech, when I was younger, the world that they were preparing us for was somewhat known. There still was like a lot of unknowns with technology and stuff, but you're
Yeah.
preparing people to be doctors and lawyers and teachers. And right now we're seeing a shortage. Like I'm seeing hiring everywhere. I'm like, where are all these people going? Why is everywhere hiring? But there's so many like new jobs that if you can make the same amount of money doing something that's a lot easier, a lot of people are going to gravitate toward that. So we're really seeing just the importance of technology and immersing our students, teaching them how to code, teaching them about cybersecurity, teaching them basic things like parts of a computer, how to operate a computer. A lot of times I see kids who struggle with operating a computer. I teach them how to use a mouse, how to right click, how to left click. Just things like that are just so important, but
Yes.
so
Yes.
often left out of schools, which is also very sad. So it's just it's very important for us just to rethink how we teach students. And just going back
Yes.
to the AR, the augmented reality that I use to duplicate myself, and also I started also downloading AR apps, augmented reality apps, where I started using that with my daughter to teach her various animals. So instead of using a
Love
book where
this.
I'm teaching
Yeah.
her the animals, I made the animals appear in the room. And it's so funny because I'll have my phone and she'll look at my phone and see a lion in front of her and like look around and not see a lion. You can tell it's like throwing her like
Oh,
equilibrium off. Like, what is going on here? Why is there a lion in the phone, but there's not a lion in front of me? So helping her to understand these concepts just at a young age. So yesterday, for the first time, she took my phone, unlocked it, saying my
oh,
password out loud as always, and went into the AR app and then try to like manipulate it to try to get these animals
wow.
in front of her. So it's just, and my husband's a programmer, so like my like our daughter, she's going to be set when it comes to technology.
Yes,
So
for sure.
it's just so important just to like use these forms of technology. So also I'm aware that there's so many barriers that prevent teachers from using technology within the classroom,
Yeah.
such as their limited knowledge of digital games. Just not knowing something makes it very, very uncomfortable, and not knowing how to teach with it. Their beliefs, like believing play and fun are not like connected. If kids are having fun, they're not learning, like that's not
Yes.
true. Kids can learn and have fun at the same time. So they may have personal beliefs about technology. They may not have support from their administrators where they want to use it, but their administrators thinks it's just a game. And also lack of access. So we understand there's so many different barriers, but there's ways to overcome all of these barriers. There's things out there to teach us about digital games. We can show our administrators, just sit with them just one day and just show them. Sometimes it just takes
Yes.
like a 10-minute just sitting them down, pulling up Minecraft Education Edition and just going through the apps and saying like, here. And that's what I've had to do with some people, just sit them down and just have them play the game, whether it's people district personnel, teachers, principals, just sitting down with them and just showing them. Like, in a lot of times, I've never had somebody sit down with me and leave the conversation thinking, nope, still don't want my teachers using it. I've never had that before. They're always usually blown away, like, oh my gosh, this is hard. How are kids are doing this?
Yeah,
You have
they
kids
they
doing
do.
this? So, because some of them will be struggling with blocks while the kids are like dee, 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 just moving the stuff around. So then they go from having that, their wall up, to being impressed by what they're doing. So sometimes it's important just to like sit them down, but there's ways to overcome all of these barriers. And
There's
so
a comment
going,
from Claudine. I'm so sorry.
yes.
So sorry for interrupting again. Again. So duplication in real life would be even better. Yes,
Oh
for
yes,
sure.
I agree. I agree. I agree. I wish I could clone myself using augmented reality and can take them out and put them. I'm just kidding. I'll probably drive myself crazy. But thank you.
And again, I would love to ask you a question. With this benefits, and you can see that children, they learn this way much better, easier, faster. All of these words, I think they work for it. But I mean, maybe this is because there is a connection with social emotional learning. What do you think while they're playing? I think this is my opinion. But what do you think about social emotional learning and game based learning? Is there any connection?
Absolutely. There's absolutely a connection between social emotional learning and game-based learning. I've seen kids who have struggled to
Mm-hmm.
fit in the real world, fit in within this game. It's just so interesting. And I know we told the story lots of times, but one time we had a girl come in and she was in a wheelchair, and just within the game she was running around and playing with friends
Oh my
within this
God.
game.
Yeah.
And just something just so powerful. Usually before we go into a lesson, we do a free build where kids can kind of do whatever, and they can join each other's worlds. But seeing the students who typically struggle with uh, fitting in, who may never be able to run around with
Yeah.
friends, being able to do it within a game, can you imagine how it made that child feel? And so I also realized that students have been more confident within the game. Like I said previously, like more comfortable making mistakes, not getting upset. Like,
Yes.
I seldom see a student slam a mouse. Gosh, when they get a question wrong, like they get it wrong, they'll raise their hand for help. It's like, and they're not embarrassed because they're within this game. They don't feel like someone's looking over at their paper, seeing a whole bunch of X's and
Hmm.
throughout. So it's just a different way just to teach our kids. And just going back to a previous statement, just knowing how many billions of gamers we have, but how many teachers are actually using it every single day. Imagine if we would start teaching. I'm not saying teach everything within the game. Sometimes students need to
Yeah.
get away from a computer screen, but I mean, at least even if it's just once a day. So even if it's just once, let me go ahead and use it for the science lesson. Let me use it for this reading lesson. Let me use
It's
it
perfect for
right.
science. Perfect. Like,
Uh-huh. And even for writing, there's an entire book and
yeah.
quill that students can write a whole story in and build a setting right behind them and have the book. Like, there's so many different ways that we can rethink the way we teach to make sure that it is accessible and inclusive of just everyone within our educational setting.
Thank you so much for sharing. The stories, they like so precious. I have no words.
Thank you. And so, like, I just love the accessibility features within Minecraft, because I've had students who came in who were partially blind, who struggled with reading. The biggest one is struggled with reading, because we know just even nationally the amount of kids who struggle to read a simple passage. So I love it, because even if students can't read, they can have it read to them.
I
They can
love
also
immersive reading.
oh my gosh, I love it so much. And like me, my eyes get like they get super affected by like super bright lights. So like I show students who may also struggle with the same thing. It also divides it into syllables. So if they struggle with reading, they can say we have even, it divides it into syllables. Let's say you have a kid who struggles with focusing. They have line focus where they can only focus on a certain number of lines at a time. the picture dictionary that will show a picture for certain words if they don't necessarily know what it means. And they can also,
Yes.
one of the features that, gets used the most is the translate feature, where students will have it translated. And one thing that I love to do is like, I always ask, is there somebody else in here who speaks a second language? And then I'll have them fact check it. So I'll go ahead and switch it to their
Wow.
language, and I'll say, hey, does it actually say what it's saying? And they'll be like, yes, it does. And so that's always fun to do as well. So I just love how accessible it is. And also, just within the settings as well, they have various accessibility features that you can adjust within the game. One of the biggest ones is the sensitivity. Like, I used to hate games growing up because they just made me so dizzy. It made me want to like throw up just by playing a game. So I didn't know that you can change the sensitivity on the game. If it goes too fast, you can
Oh
slow
my
it
God.
down where it moves like the real world. So
I
that's
didn't
the
know
first.
that.
Mm-hmm. So in Minecraft, my sensitivity is all the way down. It's like at 10, just so that I don't get dizzy within the game. And sometimes I'll be working with a student and they'll just be moving their screen in circles and
Yeah.
doing who knows what. And I'm like, I can't stay over here. If you keep doing that, I'm gonna have to go somewhere else because you're about to make me pass out. So I like to also change those features as well.
Nadine, there is a comment from Andy. So many ways to let our students share their work in Minecraft to do. Andy has already presented on Minecraft here. It was amazing webinar. I'm going to attach the link to the description box. And
Oh,
what you're sharing today, Nadine, so many personal stories. It's fantastic. And I'm going to remove the comment for a while so you are sharing with a QR code. And thank you so much, Andy, for joining. And
is it Andy
you
from
both are
Flip?
amazing. Yes. And you
Oh,
can even.
he's so amazing. You're so
Yes.
amazing.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much. And so, a lot of times, one of the biggest questions that parents, especially who are outside of the district, they'll ask, like, "How can I get my child to play it? I really want to play it." And it's super cheap. It's only like $12 a year, and about approximately $5 if you're like a school administrator at a qualified educational organization. But it's a very cheap game, and just to have, so like, you pay $12 a year. Sometimes you're paying like $10 a month for apps. You pay $12 a year and you have access to a ton of computer science lessons, science, social emotional learning lessons, just so
Yes.
much. So it's just just crazy how much things we get access to. And also, I know I mentioned this earlier about, like, if you're interested in being a Minecraft student ambassador sponsor, here's a QR code so you can see how to do that. So if you're like, man, I really want to sponsor a group of kids who can also go out into the community, bring kids in for a parent coding night. Also, they're going to be helping me even at conferences. We have a conference coming up this summer, and they're going to be helping me table during the conference, work with teachers at the
Wow.
table as well. So just really just getting immersed into the community and just being student leaders. And so also, if you're interested in being a global Minecraft mentor, so let's say you are really great at using Minecraft and you're like, I am really touched and moved to help other teachers as well, you can also sign up to be a global Minecraft mentor. So
You
that's
are
it for my
incredible,
presentation,
Nadine.
but I'm free to answer any questions.
Wow. So I know that there's so much information on Minecraft education. It's like the universe. I remember when Andy here was sharing like what he has created in his classroom with Philip also. And I'm going to share with the Wakefield Resource Collection right I think in 1 minute from now. But please, Nadine, what are your favorite features on Oh, sorry, on Minecraft Education Edition? Like there's
Whew.
so many. I know. There's so many, but
That is
you're
hard, but
like,
I will say, I have a favorite lesson and I have favorite features. Well, I say my favorite lessons are the computer science ones in general, but my favorite computer science one is the time craft. I absolutely love the time craft lessons, like where kids get to like move throughout time and history and solve problems
wow.
using coding. Oh, and I also love the inclusive coding one, where students are bringing two villages together using coding. And I love it, like how they do the lessons, because it's not like, kids are just sitting there just coding, right? They're
Yes.
solving problems using the power of code. So it's like when they finished, they feel accomplished. Like even yesterday I did an escape room within Minecraft with students, and they felt so good like escaping the room, because like the real escape rooms, you have to be like a certain age to
Yes.
do it. So like a lot of students, a lot of parents aren't bringing their kids to escape rooms. Like they're like, they're kind of left off to the side. So knowing that they can participate in escape room, they were so happy. And especially when they escaped, you saw their little hands flaring up. Miss Sibri, I got out. So that was super exciting. But my favorite feature is immersive reader, hands down. I love
Yes.
immersive reader.
Like
Um, Sorry.
this is fantastic because I'm a big fan of immersive reader. I've been talking on about immersive reader for 3 years so far, because when I first saw this tutorial provided by Mike Tolson, it I was crying because he was sharing with the real story of dyslexic learners, and I was teaching that time like so many kids offline, and I know how they struggling, especially when I'm like extra teachers, so they come for online, or not these days online only, like extra lessons to learn languages. And when they come from school where teachers, they don't know that they have dyslexia, like ugh.
Hmm.
And they were listening so many not compliments per day, and then they look exhausted.
Hmm.
Read aloud. How is it possible to read in English? Because English, it's not like so easy to read if you don't know the words. An immersive reader is must have. It's must have for every language teacher. That what I think. It's such a pain point,
It's
since
yeah.
when you face it and you see their eyes and they're crying sometimes because they were struggling all day, and they come, and they like
Hmm.
look not very energetic for sure, and engaged. They need more support for sure. Teachers need support. What you do, Nadine, you support teachers, you support students this way, and parents, just once again and many times, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much, Claudine, Andy, and everyone who joined us. Natasha, thank you so much. Great way to get community involved. This is for sure. And your stories, as I mentioned before, that you shared are like the best. And you've mentioned parenting night. You've mentioned, can you just name this events that you provide? Because I want everyone hear that, like about the parenting night, the coding night. What kind of ideas would you like to highlight to engage students, parents, school leaders,
Yeah,
everyone?
there's so much. And there's so many different programs out there where we can get students involved. So even just having a student ambassador program where now you have students are the experts. And we have to, I know sometimes it's so uncomfortable using Minecraft in the classroom because it's hard using something where we're not the experts anymore. A lot of times as teachers, we're the experts in everything we present in the classroom. However, when we present Minecraft, we're no longer the experts, and it's okay to sit back and say, "Hey, Bobby, I need some help over here. How do you do this?" Or Susan, I really am struggling with this code. Can you help me out? And sometimes I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I'll just ask kids for help because it makes them feel so good, like they're the experts. And
And they're leaders of the voices. They feel a
exactly.
power that they can take the action without teacher who like holding their hands every time. And
Hmm.
there is a comment from Claudine again about accessibility features are game changers. This is so inspiring. Inclusive education, this is something that sparks my heart so much, and I'm so grateful, Nadine, again, that you are sharing today. I can't wait to meet you for the second time or in the third one. Okay, next time we need to schedule this for sure. Yes, so agree, Andy, that UDL everyone wins. That's
Yep, everyone wins.
And I love that on Microsoft Education, there are so many features of accessibility and inclusivity that they support in every product that they create. There's immersive reader, I think, and reading progress and lots of things that they have
Hmm.
already made and keep, adding languages. There are over 65 languages in immersive reader, and it's
Hmm.
free. You can just implement it, use it, integrate in your teaching.
Yeah.
I have shared with the resource collection that Nadine, you made it so beautiful, as well as your presentation and yourself. And I just want to say, please, if you watch us on Facebook, go on YouTube. I'm going to share soon in our Facebook group with the Wakefield collection as well. But you can grab it right now on YouTube, and just if you have any questions, drop them in the Q&A box. Don't forget to grab your highlights and post them on Twitter. I'm going to scroll this line again and say thank you to amazing, beautiful Nadine for her sharing today, inspiring sharing. Nadine, any last words that you would love to say? Like,
Just thank you. Thank you for
don't
having me.
go,
I
stay here forever.
know, I
Yeah, you're
don't want to
amazing.
go.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much. Such great
Thank
stories.
you. Thank you.
So, any last words? Like, we're going, I don't want to say goodbye, but anyway, thanks to everyone who joined us. Yeah, Nadine, I'm passing the mic to you.
Thank you. All right. So, I guess my last words are just feel free to reach out to me if you want to learn more about how to integrate Minecraft into your instruction, or even if you're a parent who's watching who just wants to like learn more about it to use it with your kids, just let me know. And you're welcome. I see you, Dr. King. You just feel free to reach out if you need anything because it's very helpful tool. If you want to have a classroom where all kids feel included, all kids feel heard, all kids feel welcomed, and they're able to participate in this educational experience, use Minecraft. I highly recommend it. Those are my last
This
words.
is thanks everyone again. The Wakefield resource collection is here in the Q&A box. The chat is going to be live forever. If you watch us as a recorded version, thank you so much. Don't forget to grab your highlights and post them on Twitter. Don't forget to tag Nadine, myself, and use the Teachers Love It hashtag. Thanks everyone. Stay safe. Stay tuned for more upcoming PD webinars. Nadine, I love you. Thank you so much for your sharing, and can't wait to have you for the next time. Okay, bye everyone. Nadine, please don't leave the room. Okay, we're going to grab another selfie with you. And so, bye everyone, and stay tuned.